Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. West Ham United to return for Manchester United centre-back Harry Maguire in the summer. Manchester United centre-back Harry Maguire may be more open to joining West Ham United this summer and extend his time in the Premier League, according to The Sun. The Hammers wanted the England international last summer and will return for him as manager David Moyes badly needs a defender who can win headers after realizing his squad is short in that department. Maguire is entering the last year of his Man United deal, but there is an option to extend by another 12 months if the Red Devils wish to. West Ham could be willing to pay up to £20 million for Maguire, and given he will only have real transfer value for one more window, Man United could be willing to sell him after an exit collapsed last August. The Red Devils asked for too much for the 31-year-old, who was out of favour under manager Erik ten Hag. He also refused to take a huge pay drop to seal the move when the club refused to pay him off. However, West Ham now hope the asking price has dropped enough to make the signing possible. While Maguire has established himself at Man United and become a regular again, they could be willing to make room for new arrivals and younger options in defence. The former Leicester City star has featured in 23 games across all competitions this term and proven his detractors wrong with some fine performances for club and country. However, West Ham may have to be willing to meet his demands if they want the move, as Maguire will still fancy his chances at Man United next term and could prefer to leave the theatre of dreams as a free agent if the Hammers cannot afford him. Juventus have obsession to sign Sofyan Amrabat after Man United loan deal. Juventus remain interested in signing Sofyan Amrabat following his season-long loan deal at Manchester United, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Morocco international joined the Red Devils from Fiorentina on a transfer deadline day last summer. The club paid a huge loan fee of €10 million with an option to buy for €20 million. The decision has not proved worthwhile as Amrabat has failed to live up to the expectations. He has managed only 14 appearances and 634 minutes in the Premier League. It's now reported that Amrabat is feeling nostalgic for Italy. United are unlikely to exercise the buy option, and he looks set to return to Fiorentina before choosing his next club. With just 1 year left on his contract, the Florence outfit are prepared to sell. Gazzetta indicate that Juventus remain interested in Amrabat and could make a fresh move. Juventus sporting director Cristiano reportedly has an old obsession with Amrabat and could lead the club's pursuit for his signature at the end of the campaign. Amrabat joined United with plenty of hype. The 27-year-old was exceptional for Morocco at the 2022 World Cup, where they beat the odds to reach the semi-final against France. The midfielder was also influential for the La Viola in the run to the Coppa Italia and Conference League finals. He has failed to replicate the same level of performances at United. Amrabat has struggled to cope with the higher intensity of the Premier League. He has also been guilty of losing possession against opponents who have played with a high press. The former club Brugge man has been a regular on the bench. His situation could remain unchanged until the summer with the presence of Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo for the number 6 role. Hopefully, Amrabat will get the chance to revive his career elsewhere. He has made a name for himself in Serie A, where the games generally tend to be more tactical and less intense. Amrabat could be an ideal fit for Juventus midfield with his vast experience in the league. Manchester United's Casemiro pulls out of Brazil national team due to injury. The Brazil national team has confirmed that Manchester United midfielder Casemiro has pulled out of the side's upcoming friendly clashes with an injury. Brazil are set to take on England and Spain in the upcoming March international break. However, in an update issued by the five-time World Cup winners, Casemiro will not be available for selection. His replacement has already been called up as the United man seeks to use the two-week break to recover and regain fitness as the business end of the Premier League season approaches. The update provided by Brazil reads: the coach of the Brazilian team, Dorival Jr., announced this Saturday the call-up of striker Pepe from Porto. He was called up to replace Casemiro from Manchester United, who was cut due to injury and is out of the friendlies against England and Spain on March 23 and 26, respectively. Brazil boss Dorival Jr. said about Casemiro: "We have just received a report from Dr. Rodrigo Lasmar from a pre-list made by the Brazilian national team's technical committee with 50 names. 13 of them were already away due to injury at their clubs. Unfortunately, we also lost Casemiro. Therefore, Pepe from Porto, a native striker who now plays as a midfielder, is called up." Casemiro hasn't been involved for United against Liverpool. Interestingly, Brazil have not disclosed the exact nature of the physical setback sustained by the 32-year-old. Should he be sidelined for an extended spell, it could spell trouble for Erik ten Hag, who has had to contend with multiple key stars suffering injuries all season. Gareth Southgate warns Marcus Rashford his Euro 2024 spot is under major threat. England manager Gareth Southgate has warned Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford that his Euro 2024 spot is under major threat from the likes of Manchester City's Phil Foden and Newcastle's Anthony Gordon. Southgate also strongly hinted that he had taken note of Rashford's off-the-pitch escapades and admitted that they could have a bearing on his role within the national team ahead of the summer tournament. Rashford has been poor this season by his usually high standards. His lack of form has not been aided by issues with his behavior, which have at times left a lot to be desired. Despite his struggles on and off the pitch, Southgate kept faith with the Carrington Academy graduate and selected him in his Three Lions set-up for this month's Wembley friendlies versus Brazil and Belgium. Southgate, however, spoke to the media and told Rashford that his place in the team is not guaranteed, with Foden and Gordon gunning for his spot. While I'm recording this right now, Scott McTominay has scored the first goal against Liverpool. Well, let's continue. The 53-year-old coach pointed out, Marcus Rashford has a battle on his hands with Gordon, with Palmer, with Phil Foden, so we've got big competition for places in that area of the field. What happens while players are with their clubs is a club matters because they know the full story, they know exactly what's going on. Obviously, we observe everything, we don't miss anything. I don't say behaviors of the field are irrelevant because clearly they are not, but the key thing is we are mainly focusing on the performances on the field. He got big competition, so has Jack Grealish. These guys are playing well. Gordon, Bowen, they are scoring regularly, they perform well for the team, they defend well, they work hard, they compete, and we've got really good options in that area of the pitch. Southgate added, I can't guarantee anybody makes it. We know what Marcus can bring to us, but equally everybody has got to perform well between now and the end of the season. Mason Greenwood's price hiked as Atletico Madrid withdraw from race. Manchester United's precarious FFP position means despite Inouye's entry, the club will first and foremost need to sell well before moving on to recruitment. That is why Sir Jim Ratcliffe is planning a massive summer exodus, which is expected to go into double digits, with none of the high-profile players safe from a call. This list includes all the players who have departed on loan, including Mason Greenwood, currently starring for Getafe in La Liga. Fan backlash meant the club was forced to send him out on loan to Spain, where he has enjoyed a fine campaign thus far, scoring 8 times and assisting 5 more with his displays, alerting all the Spanish bigwigs to his availability. Barcelona were his prime suitors, with the Catalans open to a player plus cash deal in order to get their man. United's football director and head of negotiations were also spotted in a meeting with officials from the Camp Nou outfit. However, those plans were halted after fears of fan backlash. Atletico Madrid are another team who are enamored with the versatile forward, but as per football transfers, United's asking price is expected to be beyond their reach. It was revealed that the Red Devils would be willing to come to the negotiating table if a club were to call up 40 million euros, but Jack Talbot has now insisted that the price has gone up to 50 million pound. He said, Atletico Madrid have inquired about signing striker Mason Greenwood in the summer, but Manchester United have slapped a 50 million pound price tag on his head. Football transfers can reveal. Those who wish to sell Greenwood have informed the La Liga side that they are looking for an initial asking price around 50 million pound, even though he would have just a year left on his deal. In England at present, it's thought Atletico would not be prepared to meet the valuation, sources inform football transfers. Getafe are also prepared to break the bank in order to keep Greenwood with them, but even they cannot hope to come close to matching United's requirements. Man United linked with the Newcastle midfielder Bruno Guimaraes. Manchester United can make a statement by signing a Newcastle midfielder Bruno Guimaraes during the summer transfer window. The Red Devils are likely to pursue a marquee defensive midfielder this summer, with suggestions that Casemiro could make the switch to Saudi Arabia. United have been linked with multiple names in the last few weeks, and as claimed that they are one of the clubs that could compete for Guimaraes' signature. The Brazil international currently has a £100 million release clause in his contract, and in our view, he would be a statement signing for the Red Devils. The 26-year-old has been one of the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League since his surprise switch from Lyon during the 2022 January transfer window. Guimaraes barely took any time to settle to the demands of the league. He has continued to remain consistent in the center of the park despite the Magpies' struggles this term. In the current campaign, he has completed 86% of his passes, winning an impressive 7.3 duels. Guimaraes has also made 6.1 ball recoveries per outing, winning 2 tackles and 1.8 take-ons. Aside from this, the midfielder has made 10 goal contributions in all competitions for the Magpies. In our view, he would be an ideal replacement for Casemiro with similar attributes. He is in the peak of his career and may require little to no time to adapt with his league experience. He would be a perfect partner for Kobbie Mainoo in United's midfield going forward. The Magpies are currently facing financial fair play issues and may require a high-profile exit this summer, particularly if they are unable to qualify for European football. Guimaraes has a buyout clause worth £100 million in his deal, but United have the chance to negotiate a lesser price or pay the same package with a long-term payment plan. Man United learn asking a price for a 22-year-old target wanted by Barcelona as well. Manchester United have been linked with a move for Everton midfielder Amado Onana at the end of the season, and they will face competition from Spanish giants Barcelona. A report from the Spanish publication Sport claims that Everton will not negotiate his departure for a fee less than 60 million euros, and therefore Manchester United could have an advantage in the transfer race. The report claims that the Red Devils will be able to afford the reported asking price, as opposed to Barcelona, who are going through financial difficulties. The Spanish outfit will not be able to pay 60 million euros for the Belgian midfielder. The 22-year-old has established himself as a key player for Everton, and his performance have been very impressive this season. He might want to take the next step in his development, and joining a big club will be an attractive option for him. Manchester United and Barcelona are two of the biggest clubs in the world, and the opportunity to play for them can be hard to turn down. The midfielder will hope that his suitors can secure an agreement with Everton quickly. Manchester United need more defensive quality in the middle of the park, and Onana could be the ideal replacement for Sofyan Amrabat next season. The Belgian would be an upgrade on the 27-year-old Moroccan international. He will add physicality to the Manchester midfield and shield to the back four. The Belgian will also help break down opposition attacking moves. Onana is well settled in the Premier League, and he could make an immediate impact at Old Trafford. Manchester United need to improve their midfield if they want to compete for major trophies, and it remains to be seen whether they can get the transfer across the line. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.